All right, let's get it going, ladies and gentlemen. So today we're streaming because I said I would. Every day at around this time we would have a stream or two. And so keeping true with the tradition and the everlasting promise of the stream that makes you money, we're doing it again on a glorious Sunday morning. So I'm gonna talk about the chart a little bit. First viewer. Every time I get a like, I should probably have an alert that pops up on the screen thanking you, but hey, this is still work in progress, so I might be preoccupied a little bit. Jesus breed, oh my goodness, God bless you, my friend. Breaking that market structure, entering the chat. We're going to be fixing the OBS setup over here, so feel free to stick around. I'm mostly doing this to enhance. I'm on a visibility campaign, and so road to 2,000 subs is not something that can happen on its own. So I have to push these streams and hopefully fall on someone's radar so that we may have a friendly conversation about what is happening on these charts. And what is happening right now, ladies and gentlemen, is we're prepping for a breakout, right? And today we had another profitable trade set up, as we usually do at the end of every day. Literally, every day we have. I noticed that I take losses, and I posted one in the last 2 weeks that I have been actively trading. I posted only one, which was kind of assumptive in its nature at the end of the day. And I went in a little early. And so because of that, I took a loss. I went a little early, too late in the day. So that's the tricky part. Today, however, or rather last night, I was able to catch the move that I needed to catch. Actually, let me make sure I have the chat on my screen so I can read chat messages. Oh my goodness, where are you? There we go. So, yeah, and basically an entry point somewhere around here on the lower time frames, because I tend to pay attention to these volume confirmation candles using the triangle strategy that I'm yet to release. But Kick, what is happening? Do we have a viewer on Kick? Subscribers, by the way, before I go on, right? Let's get back to the subscriber count. That widget, whatever I was using, was way off. So we gained nothing from months ago. It's back to 1,680, and that number is just refusing to change. But that's okay, Even if I have one person like Jesus Breed over here, I'm satisfied. But I'm just saying, road to 2,000, it's a rocky kind of road right now. Because, yeah, people are just, deep in their contemplation and depression. And only a few of you guys are out there who are active, who are not fazed by whatever is happening, losses, profits, whatever, right? And if you follow the trade setups that I'm posting, that I'm talking about, that I'm educating you about, like we should see more action in here. We should see people coming in with like some results, and that's what the daily P&L channel is for on our Discord. So if you go there, you can kind of like report for duty, and just put that in there. And so beautiful price action overnight. For me, very small size with an incredibly distant stop loss positioning at this wick over here, and so that was almost $300 over here, right, in this time frame. So that didn't give me much contracts, but I got in anyways, and I held this thing overnight. And when we came over to the pivot level, which was, sorry, it was actually like from over here. It's too low a time frame. So we came over to, there it is, that's the entry. We came over to the pivot level over here, held on to it for a bit, like so. And when the daily open pivot showed up on the charts, this was an opportunity to add to the position and sort of just hold on to it from here. Currently, I have my ladder set up to go as deep as the level, and in case it breaks out. So this is 4 Bitcoin worth of contracts. So that's $500,000, give or take, for a long position, because as you know, in the beginning of the day, you kind of get to trade the chart, you get your setup, it's clean, and then after that it becomes all messy. And so if you're coming in half-baked to the market thinking like, what now? You're on your own, because my updated module on DSR talks about timing the market specifically with utmost precision. And I think I keep coming back to this pivot open line day in and out, and I keep saying that, directionality-wise, whatever it chooses to do from here is probably what it's going to end up doing for the rest of the day. And where do you exit? You exit at your high probability levels. You already know what they are. We use CPR blocks to understand what those are, and those are incredible. You literally don't need to worry about anything else. Just confirm things with Armageddon over here. Make sure that you have momentum flow. You have some established evidence of continuation. Don't worry about the micro signals on each and every candle, because those are meant to serve you in other ways than just telling you that, you should be, for example, exiting on the flags or anything like that. It's mostly for adding to your position and understanding where you have the pitfalls and the pit stops and things like that. Good morning, Kareem and Kat. It is good to see you. We're back to 1,680 subscribers, which sucks. But So, and there you have it. That's another profitable day for anyone who's keeping track of the development. And we held above this pivot line yesterday, only dipping below it for a brief moment on the 15-minute for a couple of times, immediately reversing, supported by momentum. And so we have stayed floating above it. And as I have taught you in the DSR module, we tend to come down to back to the high probability pivot level at the end of the day. But then you wrap your candles, you augment your candles using DSR's Ranger module, which kind of tells you when there's a bounce and when there's a breakout. So very good stuff. And so from here, because we're floating, we're going to see, most likely because of how dense this level is, we're easily going to see a breakout. And I should be long, but the thing is, I made my 1% for the day. Well, almost 1%. It was 0.87. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to find another small setup at the half point of the market here. We'll just take it from there.